Hi, this is Dunamis 333. Today I'm going to talk about Daniel 9:25. This is a verse that we are meant to know and understand. The angel Gabriel told Daniel this. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, there shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. This verse is to do not only with the Lord's first coming, but it also has to do with the Lord's second coming. Now, today is the 10th of October, the 15th of Tishri. It would be the day we go. Unfortunately, the calendar is off by a month. So don't expect the rapture to happen today, day 15th of the 7th month. This is on the Hebrew calendar. If we look on the Torah calendar, the 15th day of the 7th month falls on the 12th of October. Again, the rapture will not happen on the 12th of October because, again, the calendar is off by a month. My brothers and sisters, get excited. I believe we finally have the day that we are going home. But before I continue, please like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get new video updates. You can also support my channel by picking up from my store a t-shirt or hoodie with a Bible verse on it. Now back to the purpose of this video. Now this verse, let's break it down. Notice it says, know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command to restore and build Jerusalem. Who gave the command? We now understand. I'm going to link Tim Foster's video regarding this. We now understand that the command to build and restore Jerusalem was given by the Sultan Suleiman. He gave this command to restore and build Jerusalem in 1539. We now know that this date was actually inscribed on the very walls of Jerusalem. So there's no contest about this. This is when the command to restore and build Jerusalem was given. Now you also notice that it says here, the command to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, there shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. Notice the 7 weeks is separate from the 62 weeks. There's a reason for this. The 7 weeks is, as we know, is 49 years. As I wrote it down here, is 49 years. And the 62 weeks is 434 years. Now, why was it split? It's very simple. It's split because the 7 weeks is closer to the Lord's second coming than the 62 weeks. This is a whole 434 years from the time that the Sultan of Suleiman gave that command. So this is farther away from the Lord's coming. But when it gets closer to his coming, we now need to kind of looking closer at the 7 weeks to pinpoint the month, even the very day. That's why it's separated. Most people just add it together and then it just come out with a round figure. But look at this. Now, like I wrote here, 62 weeks of years is 434 years. So when we add 434 years to 1539 AD, we arrive at 1973 AD. Now, if you look at that year, 1973 AD, you can see that we already know that we are a month off. So the 8th month is the 7th month. And so therefore, and as we count 49 years, the Day of Atonement in 1973 falls on October 8th. So this is the Day of Atonement in 1973. So all we have to do then is now count off 49 years from the Day of Atonement. Like I wrote here, the 49 years from 1973, October 8, Day of Atonement, to 2021, October 17, Day of Atonement. See, so we're now living in the very last days of the 49th year. The 7 weeks of 49 years expires on November 5, 2022. You can see the reason why the rapture cannot happen today. It cannot happen on the 12th of October. It cannot happen until the 49 years, which is the 7 weeks, expires. We've been living in this 7 weeks since 1973. My brothers and sisters, we've been waiting for this 7 weeks to expire since 1973. The year of the Messiah, the Prince, the Jubilee year, begins on the Day of Atonement on November 6. After 3 days, November 6 to 8, on November 8 is the blood moon. Again, another sign, a final sign that this is the correct time. After another 3 days, between November 9 and November 11, this is when we have the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles. This is the date, my brothers and sisters, that the Messiah, the Messiah, the Prince, will be coming for us. He's coming for us on this day. This is when we're looking at, you see, November 11. That's the 15th day. That's the correct 15th day of the 7th month. And here we have this verse, Leviticus 23:39. Also on the 15th day of the 7th month, that's November 11, when you have gathered in the fruit of the land. So basically, we are the ones gathering the fruit. What's the fruit? The fruit is basically are the things that we do by the Spirit of God. So the wheat, the olive yard, the vineyard, all these crops, all the crops that are represented in the harvests, all those things spiritually mean everything that we have gathered into our souls, all the things that we have done by the Spirit of God. So this feast, this day marks the end of that. You see, this feast marks the end. That's why it says in Exodus 23:15, you shall keep the feast of ingathering at the end of the year. This is at the end of the work. The work is complete. No more, there's nothing more to be gathered in. So now it's time to celebrate. It's time to rejoice. It's time to be taken up into heaven and celebrate what we've gathered in, what we've done by the Spirit of God. This is when we have the celebration. This is when we have the marriage supper. In fact, this is why it actually says Sabbath rest. This Sabbath rest, it actually represents marriage. Rest, marriage. This is the feast that represents this. So my brothers and sisters, I just wanted to point this out, that this one verse here, the Lord is showing us when He's coming. That's why we have this separate timeline here, 7 weeks and 62 weeks. When we do it correctly, with the understanding that we all now have regarding the time that the command went out, who gave the command, and then when we meant to start to count from, and then we know when to count the 7 weeks from 1973, and we know that it's a month off, so we move it forward, and then even the sun turning to darkness, which will take place on October 25. That's happening within the last month of the 7 weeks. That marks the end of the 7 weeks, and then 3 days into the Jubilee year, we have the blood moon, marking again another sign in the heavens. These two signs must take place before we have the great and awesome day of the Lord, which is on the 11th of November. That is day 15 of the 7th month on God's calendar. So my brothers and sisters, don't be discouraged when this month of October passes, when the Torah calendar, all these days are going to pass. All these days are going to pass because we are still in the 7 weeks. The 7 weeks expires on November 5th. That's when the 7 weeks expire, and then the following day we have the Day of Atonement. We have the year of the Messiah, the Prince, and then we know that all we need to do is wait until November 11th, the first day of the Feast of Tabernacles, and that is when I believe that we are going in the rapture. I hope this video encourages you. I'm going to put a countdown clock to this video, and then we just keep on watching, keep on praying, and then keep on gathering fruit, keep on increase in righteousness. Watch Ken Potter's video to do with the don't let anyone steal your crown. You must be zealous for good works. Keep on gathering fruit. Keep on practicing righteousness. Keep on showing kindness and mercy towards those around you. Let the Spirit of God, because this is the Spirit of God. This is what God wants you to do. This is what God wants us to do. He wants us to be continuously be filled with fruit of righteousness. That's what makes us, that's what's changing us, transforming us to be in His likeness. And my brother says, this is what we have to do until He comes and gathers us up into heaven to celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles on the 11th of November. I hope this video encourages you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.